UK's used car market declined for the second successive quarter in Q3 2022. Now, while many transactions will be down to the ongoing cost of living crisis, there is another reason. Problems in the new car market are starting to affect used car transactions.
In the third quarter of 2022, 1,785,477 cars changed hands, a drop of 12.2% on previous years. This is the second consecutive quarter of decline, and the first time since 2015 that the Q3 figures have been below 2 million. This is partially due to problems in the new car market, but why are new car registrations affecting used car transactions?
New car registrations have dropped dramatically over the last few years. A decline started in 2018, but 2020 onwards has seen heavier falls as COVID-19 and supply issues have affected the market. From a peak of 458,054 cars registered in March 2019 to a low of 4,321 cars registered in April 2020 due to COVID-19 lockdowns, numbers have been all over the place. But the trend is decline, as we can see here, almost a staircase effect. From a 10-month average of 200,552 in 2019, we're now looking at an average of 134,271 in 2022. Numbers are improving, but are substantially down on 2019 figures. In the used car market, the situation is slightly different. 2020 was a hard year, again due to the pandemic, but Q3 that year saw a significant bounce back, while Q4 and Q1 2021 were affected by another lockdown. The rest of that year, however, was stronger than ever. This year has been broadly level, but lower than previous years, and the last two quarters have been in decline. Numbers in the new car market are slowly picking up, but the supply issues felt there are now filtering their way into the used car market. The issue is with company cars, with businesses often defleeting after 3 years. That means that we should be seeing cars registered in 2019 coming into the used car market now. But supply issues are holding many back. They cannot replace vehicles, so they hold on to them for longer. Additionally, those private customers on personal finance are following the same pattern, holding on to their vehicles for longer. And let's not get started on the cost of living crisis. This means less cars are coming into the used car market, so therefore less choice and availability for used car buyers. The problem is in one of these, one of these, one of these, the microphone I'm recording on, the computer I'm recording on, the light I'm using, anything with an electronic circuit, because they all contain semiconductors. These chips are found in everything electrical, including cars. And during the COVID-19 pandemic, sales of home electronic goods went up, sales of cars went down. Manufacturers of electronic chips had to prioritize the market that was selling the most. And when cars started to sell again, there weren't enough semiconductors to go around. And these aren't just things that you can just ramp up production of overnight. One semiconductor takes months to build. So car makers are having to ration their semiconductor supplies across their fleets that they're making. And this means longer lead times between sale and registration. That means drivers are holding to their cars for longer, and that means that cars that are coming into the used car market are doing so in short supply.
There's also the issue of fuel types. Many drivers now are looking for battery electric vehicles, but these are in short supply in the used car market, and those that are fairly old with very warm batteries. But drivers are still buying diesel cars as well. They're one of the most popular types of fuel in the used car market in the UK. So availability of fuel type is a problem, supply into the used car market is a problem, and technology is a problem.
So should we be worried about a fall in used car transactions? After all, these are the ones coming into the independent aftermarket more often. Well, the short answer is no. There's 35 million cars on the roads in the UK. And if we take an average of 2 million new car registrations a year, even though it's been considerably below that last couple, we're still looking at 29 million cars that are older than 1, 2, 3 years. A slowdown in used car sales doesn't mean less cars on the road. It simply means people are holding onto their cars for longer. And that can only be a good thing for the aftermarket. So while used car transactions may go up and down, the realistic point is there's still cars to service.